Mooding was a happy little hippo. He lived in a beautiful green forest. The forest was his home. He loved splashing in the river with his mama. He loved napping under the warm sun. But Mooding wanted something more. He wanted to know how to live a good life. He wanted to be happy, always. One sunny morning, Mooding was playing by the river. He saw a wise old owl perched on a branch. The owl had kind eyes and a gentle smile. Mooding felt drawn to him. "Excuse me, wise owl. Can you tell me how to live a good life?"
The owl opened his eyes wide. He smiled warmly at Mooding.
Little one, the secret to a good life lies within the 5 precepts.
Mooding had never heard of the 5 precepts. He was eager to learn. He sat down at the foot of the tree, ready to listen to the wise owl.
The 5 precepts are like guiding stars. They show us the way to live with kindness and peace.
Mooding listened with wide eyes. He had never thought of stars as guides before.
The first precept is to avoid harming living beings. Be kind to all creatures, big and small.
Mooding nodded his head. He knew how important it was to be gentle.
The second precept is not to steal. Always respect what belongs to others.
Mooding thought about his favorite mud patch. He would never want anyone to take it away.
The third precept is to use kind words. Speak truthfully and gently to everyone.
Mooding remembered how his mother always spoke to him with love. Mooding took the first precept to heart. He knew he was big and strong. He didn't want to hurt any of his friends. He decided to be extra careful when he played.
One afternoon, Mooding was playing tag with his friend Pip, the little monkey. Pip was small and quick. Mooding was much bigger. He ran slowly and carefully so he wouldn't bump into Pip.
Another day, Mooding was playing hide-and-seek with Lila, the baby elephant. Lila was hiding behind a bush. Mooding saw her trunk peeking out. He pretended not to see her. He wanted Lila to have a chance to hide properly.
Mooding's friends loved playing with him. They knew he would never hurt them. They felt safe and happy around him. Mooding was happy too. He learned that being gentle made everyone happy.
Mooding learned that being gentle made everyone happy. The second precept, Monk Owl explained, was about respecting what belongs to others. Mooding wanted to follow this precept too. He knew stealing was wrong. He wanted to help others instead.
One day, Mooding saw Sammy the squirrel gathering nuts for the winter. Sammy was struggling to carry all the nuts in his tiny paws. Mooding felt sorry for Sammy. He wanted to help. "Sammy," Mooding offered, "I can help you carry some of those nuts. My back is big and strong."
Sammy was delighted. He carefully placed some nuts on Mooding's back. Together, they carried all the nuts to Sammy's cozy nest. Sammy was thankful for Mooding's help. Mooding was happy to lend a helping trunk. Sharing made him feel good. Mooding loved the third precept. He loved talking to his friends. He learned that words could be powerful. He wanted to use his words to spread kindness and joy.
One morning, Mooding was walking by the river. He heard 2 little birds, Chirpy and Tweety, arguing loudly. They were quarreling over a juicy worm. Mooding didn't like to hear them fight. "Chirpy, Tweety," Mooding said gently, "why don't you share the worm? There's plenty for both of you."
Chirpy and Tweety stopped arguing. They looked at each other sheepishly. They realized Mooding was right. They decided to share the worm. Mooding smiled. His kind words had helped his friends. The fourth precept was about keeping a clear mind. Monk Owl explained that some things could cloud our minds and make it hard to think clearly. He pointed to a beehive high up in a tree.
Those bees, Monk Owl explained, collect nectar from flowers to make honey. Honey is delicious, but too much of it can make us sleepy and slow.
Mooding loved the taste of honey, but he knew that too much honey would make him sluggish. He wanted to be able to play with his friends and learn new things. He decided to enjoy honey in moderation.
Mooding also learned that anger and jealousy could cloud his mind. He practiced letting go of bad feelings. He wanted to keep his mind clear and bright.
The fifth precept was about respect for all relationships. Monk Owl taught Mooding that every creature in the forest had a role to play. Mooding saw how the animals depended on each other.
He realized he was part of a big, interconnected family. He learned to appreciate everyone and everything around him.
Mudeng decided to live by the 5 precepts every day. Soon the entire forest was filled with kindness, laughter, and love.